Randy. What might be a seemingly usual name across the world, Randy can raise quite some eyebrows if you say it in India. If you're named Randy and visiting India or Pakistan, maybe you should even shorten it to a nickname like Ray when introducing yourself. Why? Well, Randy means female sex worker in Hindi and Urdu. If you use the word in any public place, you're more likely to anger and surprise passers-by. So put this word on your no-go list if you're around those who know either of those languages. Oh, and Randy also means you're aroused in the UK, so you might want to simply avoid it like the plague in those areas. Siri. Another popular name makes it on our list of forbidden words you shouldn't say in some countries. Seriously, what is it with names and being inappropriate? In this case, Siri is an absolute no-go in most cases within Japan. If you end up using the word, you've just said the word but with a straight face. Gift giving can be a delightful gesture, and who doesn't like getting and giving gifts? In English, gift is synonymous with a thoughtful present, something that brings joy and appreciation. However, if you happen to find yourself conversing in German, be cautious, because gift means something entirely different: poison. So imagine the confusion if you were to tell your German friend, "I have a special gift for you." While in English, it would be a pleasant surprise, in German, it could lead to quite a startled reaction. Frog. You might think of a cute little amphibian when you hear the word frog, but hold on to your lily pads because this word takes a leap across languages with a surprising twist. In some parts of Europe, it can be used as an offensive name for the French. But where did this nuance come from? If you're aware of French delicacies, frog legs are one of the tastiest aspects of French cuisine. And so, the word frog simply became a derogatory term for the French by other Europeans. If you find yourself hopping around Europe, keep in mind that what might be seen as a friendly ribbit in one language could turn into an unintended leap of offense in another. Niga. For many Koreans around the world, getting offensive side eyes from strangers in an English-speaking country is nothing too new. But they can't rewrite their own language either. In Korean, niga is a friendly and everyday pronoun that simply means you. It's a casual way to address someone and engage in conversation. However, brace yourselves because when we switch gears to English, things take an unexpected turn. In English, the word is a highly offensive racial slur used to target and demean black individuals. It's a word that carries a history of pain and discrimination, hence the side eyes. Winnie the Pooh. In most parts of the world, this lovable bear is an iconic character loved by children and adults alike. With his friendly nature and honey-seeking adventures, he's an enduring symbol of childhood joy. However, things take a curious turn when we venture into China. In an unexpected twist, Winnie the Pooh has become a sensitive topic and a subject of mockery. It's used as a clever way to refer to President Xi Jinping, with some comparing his appearance to the bear, especially online. Unlike the other words that might make people around you laugh, this could cause an offended reaction and possibly the police being called on you. To be on the safe side, just don't say the word while in China, and also refrain from wearing or carrying anything with the cartoon printed on it. Coolie.
Very cool.
Who hasn't said coolie instead of okay once in a while? This might be a fun 90s slang word you can't get out of your vocabulary, but in some countries you just might have to.
Cool.
In English, it's often associated with being okay with something, representing someone who exudes a sense of style and confidence.
Cool.
But in many parts of Asia, coolie isn't that cool of a word. In fact, it refers to unskilled laborers, often of Asian descent, who were subjected to harsh working conditions during the colonial era. It can also be considered an ethnic slur, perpetuating stereotypes and discrimination. If you don't want to draw unwanted attention and look insensitive, maybe it's time to drop the word completely. Gypsy. Are you backpacking through Europe? It's such a gypsy thing to do. You might just want to draw out that word completely from your vocabulary.
I'm not a gypsy.
In stateside English, a gypsy is simply any free-spirited person who lives a nomadic lifestyle. Think RV families or even nomadic freelancers. But only if languages were that simple. Gypsy can take on a different meaning depending on the part of Europe and the context you say it in. Calling someone a gypsy isn't something that's going to make you friends, and things can get escalated pretty quickly. Why? Gypsy is an offensive slur directed at Roma immigrants, a marginalized community with a rich cultural heritage. Europeans used to believe these immigrants were Egyptians, thus giving them the nickname gypsy, which was often derogatorily used. So now it's time to stop calling people that, especially in Europe. Wagon. What could possibly go wrong with this word? In the English language, a wagon typically brings to mind things of a trusty cart or vehicle used for transporting goods. But in Irish slang, things aren't so innocent anymore. If you're in Ireland and say the word wagon in conversations with a woman, you'll be met with a distasteful jaw drop and even an Irish cuss thrown back to you. That's because you just called her an ignorant and stupid woman. In Irish slang, it's used as a term of mockery for a foolish or ignorant woman. Best to step away from the word completely when you're in Ireland, isn't it? Payday. Are you backpacking through Portugal on a payday? It might not be too wise to say that out loud to the Portuguese unless you're trying to incite crude jokes from the locals. While the word doesn't mean anything worse than some other words in this video, it's still not casual enough. In English, payday is simply the day you get paid. No complicated math, right? Well, in Portuguese, payday refers to farting on somebody. Now you see how it's not just something you want to blurt out loud in front of locals. Dogging. On one side of the Atlantic, dogging can take on an absolutely inappropriate meaning, while on the other, it's nothing but a playful and innocent phrase. In America, dogging refers to a playful form of teasing or joking with someone, where friends may engage in lighthearted banter and good-natured ribbing. But across the pond in the United Kingdom, the meaning takes an unexpected turn.
Look at the Virgin V, you went dogging?
Yeah.
Dogging?
Dogging in the UK refers to the act of engaging in sexual activities in public spaces. It's a term associated with a particular subculture that indulges in adventurous outdoor encounters. Not only is it inappropriate, but you may have the cops called on you. Cool. Let's say you're heading to France or Andorra for a vacation getaway. Pretty cool, right? Or maybe not. The word cool may be used to express something simply amazing or as an affirmative word. It's not the same in French or Catalan. Instead, both of these languages opt to use the word cool as a synonym for butt. So, if you're trying to get a conversation in with locals, it's best to just let this one go for a while. After all, nobody wants to get called a butt after telling you directions to a nearby beach.